Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me from. This is not one of my regular videos. It's just like a quick video to just give honor and praise to whomever honor and praise is due. Even though I'm a strong supporter of Peter Obi during the last presidential election, I supported Peter Obi. But uh, President Tinubu is our president today, even as the Supreme Court has declared him. Basically, why I'm doing this video is just to say I was humbled somehow. Yeah, I was humbled. I'm a Nigerian living in Canada, and something happened, and I just felt it's better I just give honor to whom honor is due. And at this point, I want to say a big thank you to the current Minister of Interior, Dr. Olubumi Tunji Ojo. Yeah, I want to tell him that whatever he's doing as regards international passports, I want to tell him that the actions he has taken so far in the few months he's been in office is really working. And especially for Nigerians living in diaspora, I want to, on behalf of everybody, say a big thank you, and he should continue in this stride. So like I said, it's going to be a short story. Sometime in August, I applied to renew my Nigerian passport. So when I applied to renew my Nigerian passport, no, I applied and my appointment was for August 28th. So August 28th, I live in Toronto area in Canada. So I went all the way to Ottawa. By road is about 5 hours. So I went, lodged in the hotel, and the following day, I went on a Sunday. August 28th is on a Monday. So on a Monday, myself and some other people traveled together. I don't want to mention their names here, but we're like a family that went together. So when we got there, lodged in the hotel, paid for the hotel and all that. Then the next day we drove to the embassy. We got to the embassy. They attended to us, and we had the what's it called? The capture and all that. So that was August 28th. After everything was done, so there's an instruction that you have to leave your passport with them, so that while they are printing the new one, they'll cancel the old one. Yeah, I knew this very well, but someone told me that I don't have to leave the current one I'm using. That since I have older booklets, I can leave any of them, that it doesn't matter. As you can see, I'm on my fifth booklet. I'm on my fifth booklet of collecting passport, and each one of them is 5 years, you know. So I just felt, since I do a lot of traveling, I don't want to leave my current passport. And my reason being that Nigeria being what we know ourselves to be, which that narrative is sincerely changing now with the current Minister of Interior. I think he read the riot act to the immigration or something like that, because what they did really wowed me. And I think as a Nigerian, I'll say I'm really impressed, sincerely. If our agencies will be working like this, then definitely there's hope. What am I trying to say? So after the capturing and all that, and because I have lots of visas in my passport that, you know, that have like visas to many countries and all that, I just said, okay, I don't want to leave this, my current passport, with them. And based on what this other person told me, I just said, okay, I will leave the older one, not the current one I'm using that's about expiring, because I have some trips that I need to make. And I don't know how long my passport is going to stay at the embassy, because at times you go, they'll tell you no booklet. At times you go, they'll tell you, you know, one hiccup or the other. So I said, I don't want to take that risk. I'm just going to leave an older version of my passport with them, so that the current one I have, that have lots of visas in them, I can still, you know, go on my trips unhindered. So I waited. I think when we went, barely a month after, all those other persons that I told you we traveled as a family, they all got their passports, the new ones. And I was wondering, how come mine didn't arrive? So I was thinking, okay, maybe because this time around, instead of 5 years, I booked for the 10 years booklet. I said, okay, maybe that's what's causing the delay. So August went, September went. By the time it got to October, I became worried. So when we entered November, sorry about my voice, I got a sore throat. So time we entered November, I became sincerely worried. Sometime in the second week of November, I had to write the embassy in Ottawa. So I wrote to the embassy and I said, oh, even if they reply, that's going to be a miracle. But true to I give them this, the following day, I just saw an email from the embassy that I have to come back for recapture. When I got that email, in fact, I went berserk. I said, oh, Nigerians, they've come again. Now I'm going to go back to Ottawa, leave Toronto, buy tickets, go to Ottawa, stay in the hotel. That was just fuming even before getting to Ottawa. I said, I'm going to create a scene when I get to Ottawa. And no matter what, I'm going to see the ambassador. Even if some kind of refund, they are going to give it to me. And I was already fuming, so I took a day off work, and just last week here, last Sunday, I traveled to Ottawa. When I got to Ottawa, I lodged in the hotel. So my transportation, the hotel, everything, the meal, everything I bought, I was just keeping all the receipts, you know. I want to use it to make trouble, like we always put it in Nigeria, that will go and scatter the place, you know, that kind of thing. So the following day, I was the first person at the embassy. I slept in the hotel. The following day, which was Monday morning, I was the first person at the embassy. When I got there was nobody. Then by the time it got to, it was really, really, really cold, you know, winter now, and it was really, really cold. So some other guys came and all that, they met me. And even while we're outside, we already start complaining, oh, why won't they let us in? Can't they see the cold outside? You know, the way Nigerians we just started complaining to encourage ourselves and all that. When it was exactly 9 o'clock, they opened the doors to the embassy. So there's this lady that came, she's quite elderly, so they said they should attend to her first. So she went inside, then I was the second person they attended to. Immediately I got inside, long story short. So I just complained that I was here in August, I did my capture and all that, but I've not received my passport. And that this is the, what's it called? I sent an email and this is the response I got, that I have to come for recapture. So I started complaining just like I planned, and I said, now I have to like transport myself down to this place. I have to lodge in the hotel. I have to miss work. I have to pay for this, pay for that, blah, 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 blah. Who's going to pay for it? Long story short, they say, calm down, let's see what really went wrong. And true to them, they said, okay, give us, you know, there's this, what's it called? Letter they give you after you do your capture. So I brought the letter out, and the young man took it inside. And he spoke with his boss. I don't want to mention any specific names here, but I wanted to tell you that everybody there at the embassy was very, very helpful. And they came back, he said, okay, that the boss is going to handle it. And the boss came out, a lady, she said, what happened was, I was supposed to drop my current passport with them, but they found out that when they wanted to print, they found out that there's actually another passport after that one, and they couldn't proceed. And now they even brought out my file. The day I did the capture in August, there was a file they brought out, maybe forms that we fill and all that. And they showed me on 5 different occasions when they tried to call me. All the date and time were there. And sincerely, you know, they were quite, it was, I want to say, actually they tried to call me, because that same period was when, if you check, that was when I said my phone was hacked. I think I posted it on my social media platform that my phone was hacked. If anybody sees anybody trying to like call them or ask anything from my number and all that. That is not me. That was when they were trying to call me and they couldn't reach me. I said, oh, that period my phone was hacked. So it's actually true that they tried to reach me on 5 different occasions. And they said, okay, basically that's what happened. And now when they check the file, they said what's it called, passport fee that I paid or something like that, that it has been reversed. And now they have to contact Abuja. And you know, my plan was I will go and come back that day because I have to be in the office the next day, which was Tuesday. So I was like, oh, so anything that has to go to contacting Nigeria and all that, then it means we're going to be here for a very long time. I might not be able to go back today. But they said I should not worry, that they'll, instead of email and all that, they are going to put a call across. So they were quite helpful. Long story short, they came back and said they've contacted them. They now called me, did another capturing for me and all that. I was very happy and all that. And they said, okay, that, so this time they now collected my current passport, the one I refused to drop earlier on, that said I had some visas in it. So they collected that one and they said, okay. And I told them that, okay, I'll be traveling to the US very soon, in a matter of weeks. I said, I don't know how long this is going to take. I'll be very glad if they can please help me, and maybe if I can get the passport, because this time is just like 2-3 weeks to Christmas. So, and you know, lots of holidays in December and all that. I pleaded with them and they said, okay, they are going to try their best, that I should not worry. I can go back to Toronto. So I left for Toronto. Why am I making this video? I'm just making this video to say I was in the Nigerian embassy on Monday.
Wow, I got it.
A friend came to visit, and the friend was leaving, and I saw the friend off, only for me to say, okay, let me just check my mailbox, and behold, I found my passport. They've sent it to me. I've not even opened it. So I was so happy and surprised about it that, oh, is this Nigeria? So that's why I just came quickly, just put on my camera and say I'm just opening it now. I opened it before. You can see it. It says this Nigeria. I see the 2 passports. It's the new one. It's the old one. It's the new one. It's the old one. And like I said, this time, see, I don't want to put my details, but at least you can see that's my picture and all that. And this is the 10-year passport. This is the old one, you can see. So I'm sure they would have crossed it out. Like I told you, I have several visas there. US, UK, Canada, you know, I have several visas there. You know, several visas. I don't want my details to be out. Several visas there, you know. So I have them there, several. You know. So now this one just came in the mail, and I'm so happy. And like I said, all the workers, I don't want to single everyone out, and I don't want to mention specific names. All the workers in the Nigerian embassy in Ottawa, I want to say I'm very grateful. I thank you, and I want to encourage you guys that you should keep the work going and, you know, keep the hard work going. I want to also thank, I don't know who the current Director General of Immigration is, but I think she's a woman or a lady. I want to thank her too. I don't know her in person. And most especially, I want to thank the current Minister of Interior, Dr. Olubunmi Ojo, something like that. Dr. Olubunmi Ojo, something like that. I want to thank you so much. I want to say the effort you are putting in making this passport issuance work is really working, and we are seeing the effect. On behalf of everyone living in the diaspora, I want to say thank you. All these are my passports. I'm on the 5th booklet now. Wow. Thank you. I want to end this video now. Thank you so much, and I'm a happy Nigerian.